Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to another episode of Crash Landing. Oh yeah, I have been using our new pneumatic seed farm thing here quite a bit, making lots of different plastics because today we're going to be playing around this programmer and, where did I put it? These drones. These drones apparently are really cool. You can program them in this programmer, do lots of cool stuff, and we're gonna see today how we can do these things and what we can actually do. So I guess one thing that I really want to use these for, since the Mine Factory Reloaded stuff is not quite doing the job, I want to see how well this stuff farms. So let's put a little farm down. We'll do some potatoes. I'll do a spice leaf. Oh, this is, whoops, is not a seed. Now we have a seed. There we go. So let's just bone meal that up real quick. Whoops, there we go. And potato. There we go. This stuff is so hard to. It takes so much bone meal. Why? But this stuff is so hard to actually like bone meal to the full growth because you just right click it and it harvests it. So it's hard to make it stop when you want it to. All right. So here we have a programmer. This thing is made like this with some black plastic and some red plastic and some turbine rotors and printed circuit boards. And then turbine rotors are 3 turbine blades, which is gold and redstone. You also need those turbine blades to make this thing and around a printed circuit board. And then we need these programming puzzle pieces, which are printed circuit boards surrounded by the plastic color. That makes 4 of them. So I made a whole bunch of printed circuit boards. And then, of course, we have all the plastic. I believe these are all the different types you need for the programming. Yeah, it doesn't use all of the colors, but all of the ones that you see that are available are right there. And then what we can do, we can stick our drone up here. I've already charged him up. He has I pressurized him in the charging station over there. And we just need to drag these puzzle pieces over onto here. And I think if we close out, yeah, they stay in there. So you always start with a start program, and if we want to have him harvest these, then what we want to do is we want him to dig. And the way this program works is it goes down sequentially. So it starts with a start, goes to dig, and then it will go to, if we did place, it would go to that. And then you also have area. Let's get rid of this NEI stuff. This is kind of annoying. There we go. Then you also have this area puzzle piece, text puzzle piece, and item filter puzzle piece. Those fit on the sides of these. So you can go, if you want him to search in a certain area, then you do that, which we need to do because otherwise he doesn't have an area designated. If you want him a certain item, we can do that, which we're going to need both of these. And then also, if you wanted to blacklist an item, like if you wanted him to dig everything out in that area except for one thing, you put the puzzle piece on the left. Anything on the left blacklists that. So that's kind of how this whole programming thing works. So let's see. So we have dig, closest block from low to high, high to low. That doesn't really matter. And then we have an area filter. So we need to select GPS 1 and select GPS 2. So I made a couple of GPSs here, and these we can use to tell the coordinates. So I think if we do, dang it, can I shift click? Yeah, that's what we need to do. If we shift right click on those. Did I put the bone meal away? Let's keep the bone meal. And grow this up again. There we go. Okay. So now if we go to area, We right click on that, select GPS 1, do that, and then select GPS 2, does that. So we now have our two areas. What does show area do? Does that actually show? I don't know what that does exactly. I wonder if we have to have the pneumatic helmet on for that. I'm not sure. It just says show area. So if we do item inventory searcher target that, wait, is this actually doing it? Okay, there we go. So now I got it selected, so it shows the area that we're actually going to do, which is very good. And then item filter. If we search for an item, let's say potato, and I believe this is what we have to do to actually select the potato. We don't want to use metadata. We don't need to use any of that. And then I think do we need another item filter for each item? I wonder. So if we grab another one and right click here, then we do spice leaf. Yeah, because it just has one target, so we must have to have one item searcher per, or one item filter per item that we do. Okay, so here we have, he digs in that specified area, and we have item filters telling him to dig only potato and spice leaf. So now we can't import it because we need two item filters, one start, one dig, and one area. So we need green, lime green, brown, and gray. So let's see, green is here, lime green, brown, and gray. And then we need two item filters. So we'll make two of those. Actually, no, never mind. We just need to do one like that because it gives us 4. And let's put this around there. And then we need brown and lime green and green. Okay, so now we have them all in our inventory. And now we can export to drone. I don't know if you can reuse these, if that works. Maybe if you do import from drone. That doesn't give me anything back. So I'm not sure. It kind of seems like it's kind of a one-use thing, those programming puzzle pieces. But anyways, so now we have this thing programmed. He's all charged, so if we place him down, he goes to work, and he doesn't do the spice leaf. Okay. So what would we have to do for that then? And I grabbed him back with my pneumatic wrench there. So let's put him back in here. Let's change this to maybe the spice seed. Maybe that's what we need to do. And then we'd have to, do we have to import that again? Let's see, if I do export, does that change back? Yeah, that changed back to spice leaf. So let's do spice seed and export. Now does this take up? Okay, so that doesn't take up anything. That's cool. So basically, if he has, it looks like if he has the puzzle pieces in his inventory, like if he has it in there, then it doesn't use any more. It just keeps them in there. So will you harvest that now? Oh, come on. You're not going to harvest it. You really should. Okay, so I couldn't get the drone to harvest the Pam's Harvestcraft crops, which kind of stinks. That means we won't be using these guys, because all I can use them for is vanilla crops, potatoes and carrots, as far as I can tell. I looked up on the internet, I couldn't really find anything. If you have any ideas, if you know how to do it, let me know. But I did set up a program. I'm going to try this out. This is to harvest the potatoes. Then it picks up the potatoes. And then it's supposed to place the potatoes. And then I hope that any extra potatoes it puts into the chest there. So I have the dig command, same area. One thing I had to do with this is I had to change the metadata to 7. Otherwise, it would harvest the potatoes before they were fully grown. So I changed that, and then it picks up anything within the same area as that. And then it's supposed to place things in the same area as that. And then that has an item filter of the potatoes. I might not need that item filter, but that's okay. And then it's supposed to put inventory export. It's supposed to put stuff into this chest. And actually, one thing I want to do, dirt. I don't want it to try and place like above this. I don't know what's, well, I guess we can try it out. We can see if that'll work. Okay, so we just need to export. Takes up the pieces, and then we put him down. He's not going to do anything right now because there's no... He usually has like a little red thing underneath him, but he doesn't have that. Maybe because he's not doing anything right now. So if we do that, he did not place. He grabbed them and he put them in here. Okay. And that's all my bone meal. So he was able to harvest them. Let's pick you up. Okay, let's try this out. He's supposed to just take potatoes from that chest, import from inventory, and then I have him placing them on the ground. So let's see. He's going to pick them up. He grabbed them, but he's not placing them. So maybe these guys aren't really ready to plant. You know, because we are in an outdated version of PneumaticCraft. I mean, I'm pretty sure PneumaticCraft is updated for 1.7. And obviously... the older versions maybe are not as capable, so maybe in future versions he can do these things like plant, but it doesn't seem like he can do it now, so that's kind of sad. Alright, well, since that didn't work, I have something else I want to try here. I want to replace all of these glass covers with full blocks of this dark glass. So if we go like out to here, mark a coordinate, and then if we go out to the other corner of here, mark a coordinate like here, and then if we right click on this like out in the open, we can adjust coordinates. So if we do -10, I think would be good enough. Do that, so that changes that coordinate, right? Because we're down, yeah, 58, so that should be good enough. And then I have a program here, so it's supposed to dig out an area, which we will specify with the GPSs. Go like that, escape, that, escape, and that should be filled. So that shows that entire area. Kind of hard to see. Let's maybe take that off. Can I take that off? I don't know how. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, that's that area. And then we want it to pick up these. Yep, those. We don't need metadata, I don't think. And then we can copy these over. So the dig area if we middle click, yeah, if we middle click and drag, the dig area is the same as the place area. Oh, I forgot one thing. We need the pickup command, yeah. So we'll dig out that. That'll be the same area as the place and the dig. Item filter will be the same. And then we want it to export those into a chest. So we'll use the same item filter, the dark glass cover. And then we need to, I'm going to use this chest, so we'll shift right click on there, get the coordinates. And then we will set that. And then inventory import. That'll be the same chest, so we can use the same area. And then we need to set this search inventory dark glass, not the metadata, and then the same item will be there. So I think that's everything. And then we just need to pick, oh, we need 5 of something. 5 item filters and 5 areas. So we'll need to make some more of those. So that was the gray glass and the green glass. Or not glass, plastic. And then we need 2 more of these. Well, I guess I already had some in here. Alright, so we'll make 4 more of those. 4 more of those. This is not a crystal chest like the other ones, because I before tried to put these into a crystal chest and it crashed my game. And I had to open it up in MC Edit and delete the chest. So don't do that. Just make sure you don't do that. It had to do with the fact that it was trying to render like the little shapes of them, and it didn't like that at all. So that's why I have a diamond chest there. So we need those, we need that, we need that. Do we need all of these? Sure, let's just grab them all. And then we can export. It'll take what it needs. And then also, let's see. Yeah, I have it in here. Let's see, where are they? They're in here. Yeah, I got all 3. Let's bring this over to the charging station. And in the charging station, I'm going to put this dispenser upgrade. And what that does is now the drone, if it starts to run low on power or run low on air, it will actually come here automatically and charge, which is pretty nice. Wait a sec. Ah, it puts like a cobblestone slab on there. That's kind of interesting. And then also, I want to put a speed upgrade onto the drone so we can put some speed upgrades on there. You can have up to 10, I think. I mean, it makes it up to like 200% faster, which is pretty cool. So we'll take that out. So let's see if this thing does what it's supposed to do. Why are you... Wait. Oh, no. 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 Where's my pneumatic wrench? Oh, there it is. Stop it. Stop it. So he thought that all covers were the same. Okay. That's not good. It's not good at all. So I see the problem. All of these micro blocks have the same number, or at least a lot of them do. 25, 131, 1. So, but I also realized that I had the areas kind of wrong, because the reason I made that big area where it took up like this big square or this big rectangular prism thing was for the pickup items, because if, you know, those drop down, then I wanted it to come down here and pick those up. But really, for the dig and the place, I want it all to be at that one level. So hopefully this will work now. I've already actually, is he still in there? I thought I took him out, but I guess not. Let's export to drone just to make sure that he's programmed correctly. Let's go up here and place him down. So he is breaking them. He's very slow. Very slow indeed. In fact, he like gave up on one of those. Cool. I can give him a tool, and he will do this faster, but he's not programmed to pick up a tool right now, so I'd have to change the programming. I'm wondering if he'll get this all torn out before these items despawn. I don't really want them to despawn. You know, to speed this process along, I did make a couple of other drones, so we can take this guy, and I just took out the dig program. Everything else is the same. So if we export that out, he should start picking these items up. Very good. And, oh, are we getting some lag? Oh, that's not good. Oh, don't lag, please. So he's just flying around, picking him up. And yeah, we're getting some issues. Oh, I'm having some trouble with this PneumaticCraft. I don't know if the mod itself is just really laggy or if it's just the combination of everything going on. But yeah, it's definitely having some issues. Oh, check it out. He went through and picked up a stack of these and dropped them off. I think he can only like hold a stack of stuff. And they went through and oh, nice. He went through and placed a whole bunch. And now he's going through and picking some more up, I think. Yeah, just having a low lag issues. Oh, he's going over to charge, is he? I think so. Get over there. Are you going? You gonna go? Oh, this is bad. Okay. I guess, I was hoping to have a couple of drones kind of just running around doing stuff in this world, but I might not be able to. But yeah, you can see there's a little flow going from that to that. So yeah, he's getting charged there. Very cool. These guys do not last very long before they have to charge. And then they come over here and charge, and it's super slow. So I put some speed upgrades, or I put the 3 speed upgrades that I had in that one into here so that they charge a bit faster. I'm going to have to make a bunch of these. And also volume upgrades so that these things can go for longer. They'll have more air in them. And then I changed that one's programming to just dig instead of the whole program of digging, picking up, and then placing. So he's digging, he's picking up all of those, and then he's also placing. But right now, don't you have a full stack? Is that seriously all you had? But right now we don't have actually any glass blocks. They've already placed them all. So I'm just crafting these. Yeah, I only have 6 there. Come on, break faster. So slow. I might as well just do this myself. If I could just like set these guys and have them do it, won't be too big of a problem, I guess. Instead of me having to sit here and watch them. Plus it's so laggy that it's hard to really do anything anyways. Yeah. So sadly, I don't know. I mean, these guys are very cool. Very cool. I definitely want to play with them in the future. Maybe in a future mod pack. I'd love to play with like the most recent versions, see if they're a little bit better. But sadly, in this mod pack, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use them much, just with how laggy they are with only 2 of them running here. Because I've had ideas of like having them, like I have all this stuff over here, and stuff like redstone and the iron, the potatoes and carrots. It'd be nice to be able to like have the drones. I was thinking if they could access these barrels, they could take stuff out of here and move them around the base, move them to, you know, my crafting area, and the potatoes and carrots to my kitchen, and they'd be able to kind of move stuff around for me. And they'd be able to move stuff from like the sifting room over to the crafting room. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with these guys being as laggy as they are. I seem to have another little issue with the drones here. One of them, the one that was breaking all the glass, it was sitting over here for a long time. And I thought it was just slow, but I broke it and it was actually at 10 bars already. But this thing was like fluctuating, And I know, like, they're supposed to stay here until the pressure equalizes. But it seems like once it gets to 10 bars, it should leave because that's the max pressure. But this thing was still kind of fluctuating, so it's like it didn't know it was equalized or something. I'm not sure exactly. And I do remember kind of seeing that issue when I was looking up stuff on the drones. And I believe that's something that's fixed in later versions, probably. That might just be a bug in this version. So, yeah. Things are not going great with these things, but they're so cool. They are so cool, and they seem to do some cool stuff. It's just they might not work as well in this version. And also, man, they're really slow at digging, but when you give them blocks to place, they are super fast. Well, he's moving slow, but once he gets over there, it's just non-stop. Oh yeah. I don't think I have enough blocks for this. Still grabbing some more. And man, he moves slow. Once he gets those blocks over there, he builds it pretty quickly. But yeah, so I need a lot more black ink, so I have some squid plant seeds growing right now. That's kind of what I'm waiting on for the most part. The rest of it is like I need wool to make these for the blackout curtains, and I need thickened glass, which just takes glass and sand and stuff. And that stuff I all have. It's mostly just these the black ink that I need, which I can get from there. One last thing I wanted to kind of show off with this with these barrels and this plastic stuff. These plastics, they all have the same ID. It's just different metadata. Like this one's 53546, this one's 53542, which means that you can actually, I can take this green plastic and put it into the cyan barrel, and I can take this cyan plastic, put it into that barrel that I have locked as green. So if I ever need a certain color of plastic, I could actually just set up barrels with all the different colors locked on them, and then I would need some sort of plastic, but I could kind of interchange them whenever I wanted. Just a little, I guess, a little exploit you could make use of. It's not really a big deal. I mean, really, it's like you have to grow the seeds anyways, so it's not like it's saving you anything. But it's just an interesting little thing. Anyways, I think that's all we're gonna do today. That's our fun with the drones. They're really cool, though slightly buggy right now, maybe in this version. But I'll try and see like what I can actually use these guys for, and I'll keep them in mind when I am working on some other stuff to see if it's possible to utilize these guys in any way. Because if I just have one running, I think it's not too bad. It's mainly when I put that second one in that things got really laggy. But I hope you have enjoyed. I will see you next time, and goodbye, peoples.